And 2 people have been detained at Istanbul's Ataturk airport as the hunt for the main suspect in the New Year's Eve attack continues. TRT World understands he is from Kyrgyzstan and is married with 2 children. His wife has been detained. Well, Lee Doddridge is a security analyst from Covenant Security, and he joins us now from Cardiff in the UK. Lee, thanks so much for joining us. It's been 2 days now since this attack. What do you make of where the search for suspects, particularly this primary suspect, stands now?
Well, I think it's quite possible that the suspect could still be within Turkey. If he was within Turkey, that may indicate there's a large network that he's able to hide amongst. It could well also mean that he's obviously left the country as well. At the moment, at this early stage, it's such a wide potential for the investigation to go. It's probably too early to really give any concrete ideas to where he could be.
So you weren't expecting this to end quickly?
I was expecting the identification of the gunman to be obviously quickly identified, as long as obviously he's on some database or some intelligence feedback either in Turkey or elsewhere. The forensic recovery at the nightclub, even though we don't know the full extent yet, but there will be substantial material from either the vehicle that he travelled in, the weapon, and even discharged ammunition, and potentially fingerprints and DNA from the victim, from the attacker. If he had been on the radar, say from a Turkish perspective or elsewhere, I would have expected them to identify him quite quickly, which sounds possibly like they have done, if that's the correct individual. Obviously, locating them is another story altogether. Right.
So we have this suspect now from the Central Asian nation of Kyrgyzstan. It's a country that Turkey actually grants visa-free travel to. It shares a related language, a related ethnicity. Do you expect now, though, to see security policy change between Turkey and Central Asian Turkic-speaking nations, now that it's known that Daesh recruits are coming from there?
I think it's something that would need to be looked at by Turkey with all its borders, actually, in response to how people can travel quite freely in between different countries, and also what checks are put in place to see, how they're moving through or anything they're actually bringing with them. With this particular suspect, if there is family left behind in Turkey, it may indicate that he's still staying in Turkey rather than going further afield. But I think it should press the issue of saying, let's re-look at the arrangements in place for free travel, whether it's through use of visas or passports or whatever it may be, to look at tightening up the security on the borders.
Okay, Lee Doddridge, we'll leave it there for now. Thanks so much for that from Cardiff.